Guys, in today's video, I'll be showing you everything that the Summer Part 2 and Dress to Impress update brought to the Lana lore. Let's get straight into today's video. Hey my lovely sunnies, welcome back to Couple with Sophie. So as I said in the intro, I'll be showing you everything and talking about everything that has been added with this summer update to the Lana lore so that we can be ready and steady for the new quest releasing in July. So let's get into the video. Alright, so the very first thing that I wanted to show you guys is over here, obviously in the meet room. They did finally update the... Alright, so the first thing I wanted to show you is over here in the main lobby, that if you do a little bit of parkour over here and get on top into the DTI logo, you can now go through it again and it'll show a missing Lana poster and a door that is like semi-open because we don't actually know what's going to be in here, and it's maybe connected to the code that we have in the meet room that I'll show you in a second. And this is what I said in my other video of the Lana lore video, that this same wallpaper but in a different color was found in the kids room in the roleplay house that we discovered the other time. And that's what I said, the connection that it has. But the only difference than this one that had to the other house's wallpaper is the color. In the other house, it was a turquoise, like light bluish, and here it is a red. The turquoise light bluish, I forgot to mention in my other video, it's Nurses Julie's outfit color. Alright, so if we go into the meet room, this is the much larger version that was updated with the new summer update part 2. We have a lot to tackle in here. So I know this is not like fresh news, but it is important for me to state this because it has to do with the Lana lore. So over here in the keypad, obviously we do not know what the code is. We can just decipher whatever number we know, and that's what we're going to try to guess. I asked ChatGPT how many codes does a keypad like this with infinite amount of digits in its code give you, and the amount of combinations that there are is over 10,000. So we're slightly cooked if we wanted to try guessing it. Anyways, so the other thing that I mentioned in my other video of the code video is this torch over here. So I didn't really explain that well how it actually all worked, but what I did point out was that nowhere else in the entire map, and I mean nowhere else in the entire map of Dress to Impress, have we ever seen a torch. Not even in this like cute little dress-up area with the accessories nearby and everything. Like nothing. I'm not even kidding. There's absolutely nothing that points us to knowing why there is a torch in the meet room, alright? And it's so random, like why it's right next to the door and everything. So what I was trying to explain in my other video was that this is really related to the Lana lore, because when you are in the style showdown, not the lobby but the waiting area before a round starts, and that's where they tell you what theme is the next round, there was this hidden Lana statue that was holding a torch, or like she was holding a tiny little torch in her hand, and it was on top. She kind of looked like Moana, but anyways, she was wearing a similar vibe to this torch. She looked like she was part of like a deserted island, or like a tropical island. Like she would be a prop in a tropical island. And what else is related to a tropical island? Summer and heat. And what else do we know about this trailer that is related with all of that? The quest that is coming this July. We know that there's going to be a massive like squid person or squid animal that we have to beat somehow. And around that, we know that they're in a cave. And what do you need to light in a cave? A torch. So this is a massive hint to light up the cave. It's basically a hint to what the quest is going to be about. We're going to have to light up the cave and find clues all over it. It's going to be a tropical island that has a cave in it. That's what my guess is. The other thing that I wanted to mention, in the yachts, it's like a vacational place, and maybe, because we saw in the trailer that the boat or the yacht crashed, that they're gonna crash into a deserted island or into an alternate universe, which is why it like shifted from like a lighter daylight kind of scenery to a darker nightmarish kind of scenery, which is why it means like a parallel universe. And on that specific moment is when a thunder struck and the boat went upside down, symbolizing that they went into a parallel universe or into like a nightmare of Lana's mind. So that's what my guess is regarding this whole torch thing over here. The heels, I did mention that they did kind of like give me a vibe that it had to do with something, but I don't know, now that I'm looking at it, they simply look just like some regular heels. But what I do think these heels might symbolize is like Lana was here. Lana had to pack her wardrobe or she was kidnapped and something fell on the way right next to this keypad, which is where Lana was taken behind the door. That is my personal idea of what happened. Lana was kidnapped, that's why she's missing, and that her stuff was dropped all over the place, and this is one of her pairs of heels that was just dropped casually right next to the keypad, which is why we need to figure out this code. We need to figure out this code and know what is behind this door. I do also have to mention that all the doors that we've seen so far are exactly the same as the roleplay house we have for the vacation home in the free play mode. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Alright, so if we make our way to the house, over here we go up the stairs. This door is not similar, but the doors upstairs are like the main house doors. Here, as you can see. I don't know why everyone's sleeping in this house all of a sudden. Oh. Wait a minute, guys. I'm gonna turn on my volume so that you guys can hear this. Can you guys hear that? Are you able to hear that, guys? The computer sounds are working. It sounds like people were sleeping in here. I got scared because I thought that when someone was role-playing in the house, but it's like the ghost of something is sleeping here. Look, also in the kids' bedroom. And might I also add that this is the same chair that Lana has in her salon, but just in a different shade, in a different color, I mean. And we go over here to the bathroom. Why is everything working when no one is here? This is so strange. Let me just show you the door. It's the exact same door that we have in the meet room and in the secret room in the lobby. It's the same doors as this. And might I also add, if we go over here to the prop stations, so as you can see over here, it's the same door that is in the meet room, in the hidden room, in the lobby, in the house. It's everywhere. This is kind of confusing, and I know that it's all related to Lana because it all comes back into this room. This is a major part of the story if you just think it's like a prop or like a place to roleplay in. It's definitely not that. It's much, much more than that. And once again, you see the same repetition of the pattern of the wallpaper. This wallpaper is everywhere with Lana has something to do with the place. Alright, so I found the yacht inside of the free play mode. I just moved my camera over here, so if you want to check it out in the free play mode, you can. But anyways, basically what I wanted to show you was that it's all mixed together. In here there's all this kind of tropical flowers, there's tropical fruits like mangoes, blueberries, strawberries. There's kind of fruits everywhere. And this is all related to the same topic of the tropical and this the lost island that I mentioned with the torch of Lana. What's strange is why these rooms are empty, but maybe they just didn't want to fill in this room. Here's where we see Lana chilling when she sees the weird thing going all out there in sea, the thing that's shining out at sea. That's what we see in the trailer. We've got just some fruits here. If you really want to get technical, you could count all the fruits and maybe see if that's some sort of code for everybody. But basically what I think is that this turned into a parallel universe and this boat flipped upside down, which is where Lana went missing. She went missing out at sea. You can just see the little floaties around everything. I think she went missing out at sea. She didn't get kidnapped on land, but out at sea. Alright, so you can see that Lana's pictures are blurred out. Maybe it's just a sign that this isn't the real Lana, but it's her doppelganger, which is the one that's sitting at the salon right now. This is so interesting, guys. But guys, I'll be finishing the video right here. Thank you so much for sticking to the end, and if you did, make sure to send a seashell emoji in chat so that I know. But before I finish off today's video, I'll be doing it with my Daily Sunny Shoutout. Today's Daily Sunny Shoutout is Kata. Thank you so much for being the first to comment. And if you want to get a chance at being pinned, liked, and shout out by me, be the first to comment in my next video. Bye, guys!